You know, Shradha, I get very upset when people abuse my country. In Kargil, there's a famous story told about this mayor who, went up. He clung on the walls for 2 days or something like that to go there. And when he was taken away from there by helicopter, he said, "Sir, dil mange more." Now,
Wow.
that is leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership example. 5,000 people in the campus waiting on the screen. The media is waiting. The whole of India is working. First listing of India, like the moon, going to the moon.
For me, Infosys success is India's.
Yeah, India's success. And that's what we said. We represent India. Murthy had this ambition and he used to tell us, we have to be the best in the world. We don't have to be the largest, but we have to be the best. If you're working, every person should have a day in the sun.
As people, we celebrated in 2021.
Yeah.
Everyone was superhero. In 2022, there has been just negative, like they
You're
are
doing
the
a
worst.
job. When everything was going up, the market was buoyant, you celebrated, you wrote nice stories, people read
But
that.
why are we not talking about the boards? Why are we not talking about the corporate governance?
No, those days are not relevant because what does matter is only money, 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 money. That's the mood of the place.
Yeah.
That's the mood of the place.
Yeah.
Because, you write about corporate because nobody will read it. They tell me the valuation, tell me this, tell me to make money. Let the market boom, right?
Yeah.
Stock market boom, everybody says, where do I invest? What do I do?
Yeah.
Nobody is bothered about corporate governance. Even the crooks get money.
Yeah.
And the market falls, say, oh, this is good, there's a flight to quality.
Yeah.
See, these are all things, cycles that happen. The key is you don't get carried away and you don't play to the gallery.
Yeah.
You're very clear how to create sustainable value. You're very clear what are the building blocks and you build the building blocks. And if you don't know anything, you go to people around who know or have been through that, listen to them and ask them questions. There's nothing wrong. And the media should also create forums where they can all come and meet people and talk to them and ask them questions. What is there? Nothing wrong. Learn from everybody. All of us have learned. When we are growing up also, we met people and learned. We met many people. We went for seminars, conferences, we learned. But that's the only way. Now you know many people who got knowledge. Go meet them and talk.
What would you tell people where we have become binary in terms of वो गलत है, वो सही है, कैसे देखना चाहिए?
I would say to everybody, life is all shades of grey. There is no black, there is no white.
Yeah.
Because white blurs and black disappears. Okay? So they're all shades of grey.
Yeah.
It has to be visible. So you got to understand that.
Yeah.
All of us are built very differently. There's one common aspirational standard, maybe. We have to adhere to it. Each one of us on a journey to meet the standard. And each one of us different. But there are some values that we must always adhere to. Never use corporate money as a personal money. Keep the tone at the top and be open, transparent, collegial.
Yeah.
Create a culture of high performance. Create a collegial culture where everybody trusts you, respect you. You communicate properly, walk the talk. These are all values that you have to do, which is universal.
Yeah.
And they will succeed. Some will succeed earlier, some will succeed later, but this is what is sustainable. And you are in the commercial place, you have to sell, you have to market, you have to do that, you will make mistakes. And you have to deal with investors who want more money, more valuation. That's all fine. You have to play the game too. You have to get more valuation for yourself. You got to justify. But at the end, you got to justify the valuation. And you got to be very careful how you handle it, especially public markets. Private markets and public markets are different. So you got to understand all this and you got to learn on the job and you got to do it. And once you do it, it's a journey. Somebody will succeed 30%, somebody 40%. But so long as the ambition to go towards the goal and say, I want to be the best, I want to follow the best standards, I will do it over time, yes, I made mistake. And when you make mistake, tell people, stand up and say, I made mistakes. Let me give you an instance.
Yeah.
In 94, we had surplus money and that time the IPO market was booming. I was managing treasury. We put some money into the IPO market to apply. Everybody made money. We also put it. Then the market came down and we lost some money. Fairly good money, maybe 1 or 2 crores we lost. We made some 2 crores profit, 1 2. Then Murthy and I, we went before investors and I stood up and apologized. I said, folks, this is what we did. We made a mistake. And we invested, we lost. We understand that this is your money and we'll not do it again. Let me assure you, we'll not do it again. I apologize. Openly in 1995.
Wow.
Openly. And that
But
was
you didn't have to do it.
No, I didn't have, but we did it. Because we said, look, we've broken your trust. We've broken your trust. You've given us money, we've broken your trust. Then we had a financial policy. Where will you put money? That's why you put money only in banks. We didn't buy Government of India bonds. We didn't buy mutual funds came later. Only money market mutual funds, short term for liquidity, because we told them we need cash in the balance sheet to pay everybody's salary for 1 year and have enough money to change the model, because we are on-site offshore, and that's what you required. We had a model, we did it, and this money will be kept in short-term money market instrument. That's why you look at the balance sheet, they were all cash and cash equivalents. Cash equivalents means instrument less than 90 days. So we didn't put an FD for 180 days. We put 500 crores with HDFC, and Keki used to call me, Mohan, why are you doing 90 days? I'll give you better interest, do it 180. Keki, I'm renewing it every 90 days. To me, cash and cash equivalents is important. Because what the message I'm telling my investors, I'm saying I'm keeping it for a contingency.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it for a thing. They say, give the money back, give the money back. So I have to convince them, right? And then if I invest for long term, that means I don't need the money for long term. And money management is not the skill for which they're giving money.
Yes.
They're giving money to run the business.
Yeah.
They know how to manage money. If you have surplus money, give it back to them. Then we put a target. 2 times the cost of capital on return as a return of equity, that's the target. 3 times the cost of capital on invested capital. Invested capital is total money in the business, less cash and cash equivalents in the treasury. Because treasury you earn 5-6%, our cost of capital was 13-14%, so we earn 28% and 42%. So we earn more than 42% on invested capital, more than 28% on equity. You understand? We put in all those norms for the first time in the country, and we adhere to the norms, and we published it. We published corporate governance standards in the annual report, and we made all promises. We did everything, and we started the practice in the shareholders meeting. We make presentations on business. I used to make on the finances in the business, and Murthy used to make on, Nandan and Murthy used to make on strategy, and somebody used to make on something else. We presented the entire business like an analyst. Then we did the formal business.
Wow.
You understand? So all that we just stand up. Because see, Shradha, it has to come from within.
Yeah.
You have to have it. I have to be the best.
Yeah.
I want to set standards.
Yeah.
I need to earn respect. And then I'm going to do it every day. Every single hour, 24/7, that thought is there. You'll burn out. It is not easy. It creates stress. You'll burn out. And you feel deflated when you don't do it. And you have to learn over time how to transition to a different role where you don't have to do that, but you have oversight. How you have built up a team who does all that, but you subdue your own ego, so give them space. Because don't give them space, they'll run away. They also want to be CEOs. You understand?
Yeah.
So the transition has to be done. For that, you must have values, you must believe in good governance, you must have the passion, excellence, and you'll make mistake. And when you make mistake, accept the mistake and go along. That's okay.
Yeah.
But very clear value system. Breaking value system should be, no. When we had the sexual harassment case, 15 minutes Murthy decided he has to go. That person has to go. And that person was the star. He was Murthy's star-eyed boy. Murthy respected everything he spoke, glowing because he went and got business. Murthy said, the most difficult thing in the business is selling to customers.
Yeah.
And he was very good at that. But he said yes. And he sent me, go take over and do it. Because he said, you've broken the law and I can't protect you. See, you have to have clear, however good you are. That's what Gandhi did, no? Chauri Chaura, called off. Quit India movement, called off. He said, my people are not ready for freedom because they got violence in their heart. He called off. What courage. Everything is going. They won't. No, not easy. And that is what founders should do. All of us are not Gandhis or Murthis, but we can learn from them and see how to go along. And that's what we should do. Good corporate governance is what you believe in it.
Yeah.
You have to make it work.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make it work. Many people don't want work to make it work. They have good board directors, they don't give them information, they're okay and they keep quiet. Now, when you have a board member, you got to get full use of that person. You got to challenge the person and learn from the person and say, tell me, you are here not because you're a decoration, you are here because I believe you have something to share. Tell me and show me. Teach me.
Yeah.
You demand.
Yeah.
You demand. It's like my grandson. He comes with the books and says, read to me. I read 3 books. And you know what? I read the first 3 lines of a sentence. He finishes it. I'm amazed. I'm learning what is the artificial intelligence machine learning. How the brain of a young child gets trained.
Yeah.
So you see the pattern and you repeat. You hear and you repeat. I'm learning so much. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you have to be challenged. The board is there to challenge you. And you are there to challenge the board. And you got to make full use of the board. The board is not a decoration. If you believe the board is decoration, you're not going to get value. And if you're in trouble any time for something, the board should be prepared to stand up for you
Yeah.
That's why that big event, Hindenburg event, nobody stood up. I went public and said, "This is not corporate governance. Where is the independent director standing up for the company?"
Yeah.
That is where boards come.
Yeah. Sir, I find you very courageous. You just speak your mind. And Twitter, I think you do entertainment.
See, no, I'll tell you. See, Shradha, you speak your mind because you have a mind, you got data, and you can defend yourself.
Yeah.
You're not giving opinions. And that is also part of the rebellious streak that many of us have. It's inbuilt in our DNA, and many people are there who are as accomplished or better, who don't do the same because they don't want to speak their mind, they're feared. And I'm not scared. People keep telling me, you criticize the tax department, you write articles, and they'll come after you, they'll do something. Yes, I've been under scrutiny for many years, and I complained to them. How can they give me a certificate, platinum certificate, a good taxpayer? I wrote back and said, man, you pick up my account for scrutiny and harass me every time. Why? I don't need a certificate. I pay my taxes, I get refunds,
Yeah.
you still harass me.
Yeah.
So they respect me. I worked with the tax department. I headed many committees. I've been part of the tax information network at the Kelkar. Many of them know me. Many of them respect me. I praise them when they do good work. See, I have a principle. You do good work, I praise you. You do something wrong, I criticize you.
Yeah.
So all political parties understand me very well, that when they do something I don't like, I criticize them. When they do something, I praise them. For example, people said, Prime Minister Modi, what do you think? I wrote a lot of things, but I said there are some failures. They have not set right the tax terrorism that exists in this country. They're given full freedom to all these regulatory agencies without making them accountable. How many people have been convicted by CD, CBI, ED and others? And then once you give them full freedom without proper oversight, they do what they want. And I know many abuses that are taking place. Our justice system is broken. Where is the justice system? Today, if you are known to somebody, you can go to the higher court, get an order at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and again 9 o'clock in appeal. Can you and I do it? It's a failure. Okay, today, justice is delayed. What have you done as government to invest there to do it? That's been a failure. Police reforms have been a failure. We live in fear in this country. Policemen could pick you up on a Friday, put you in jail because somebody did something or paid off or whatever it is, and nothing happens to you. Who will come to your rescue? Anybody, a politician can say, pick them up. So we live in fear. It has happened to people. It happens all the time. So what do you live in fear? That must go. You must change the law. The police is the colonial police. They beat you up. I mean, when there is the people protesting, they take the lathis and beat you up. Have you seen that in any country? And I've been telling government, first equip the policeman. Here the policeman, a pot-bellied fellow at 45 years old with a lathi, and you're throwing stones in him. What will he do? For survival, he'll go beat you up. Am I right or wrong? Give him full body armor. Give him a plexi shield. Like, riot police in Paris, right?
Yes.
Plexi shield,
Yes.
full body armor. Even if you throw stone, nothing happens to them. Their lives are safe. Then they will not hit you. They'll not hit you. Now, what is that culture? It is the British colonial culture, because those days there's no body armor. They had all these Indians in the khakis. Go beat them up. They beat them up. And those days in the freedom movement, people didn't hit back stones.
Yeah.
Because Gandhi told them, don't raise your hand. Now they hit back stones. They throw stones. They try to hurt you. Correct? Because, but you're not change your attitude. So you got to equip the police and then demand. No police reform. Now I say it openly. Why not? This country is mine.
Yes.
I'm this country. I'm a voter. I have every right to make you accountable, and that's what it should be. But
So
I
why
don't
not
abuse
in
people.
politics?
And Twitter, yeah, I'll tell you. And Twitter for me is a one-way broadcast. Twitter is a platform for me to tell people what I think. I rarely look at people who comment. Most of the comments are abusive. And most of the comments are abusive by 80-90% of people who have just joined Twitter who don't have a following.
Yeah.
So they go attack you and abuse you, and you reply to them, you get more followers. Once in a while, I reply to some people who are in politics or somewhere, which I should not do. I don't want to do it. I do it because I get angry. Okay. Now, Radhi Sadasai, I always pick on him because I like to fight with him. Barkadat, I used to do it, and we have had fight, but she still calls me for a show. There's nothing else. She said openly, you fight with me, you don't agree with me, but we are civil. Yes, that's the way it got to be.
Yeah.
Because only opinion.
That's
Understand?
democracy.
I do that.
Yeah.
And I mark Prime Minister Modi because I want to tell him what I feel. He's my Prime Minister.
Yeah.
I mark the Minister, I mark the Finance Ministry because I want them to know what I think. For that is important to me. Now, whether you listen to me or not, that's your prerogative because, you have listened to many people, but I want to tell you. I want to express myself, and I will express myself. So I do it on Coup. Coup, I got 5 lakh followers. Twitter, I got 6.8 lakh followers. You understand? Coup is doing very well for me. So I do it as a one-way broadcast. So my advice to everybody, Twitter is a one-way broadcast. Don't ever reply to all those people. Because most of the people are abusive. And Twitter is the greatest leveler that we have seen in our in entire world. Let me explain. Shradha, all of us have strong views. Some of us are biased views. Some of us are angry. Twitter is the platform which allows us to take it off. We don't have such an opportunity in life. Twitter, you can take it off, abuse somebody, fight against somebody, write something and take it off. And over a period of time, when you take, and then we have some biased views, very radical views or wrong views. So we take it off and fight with people. Then once you start taking it off for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you come from the extremes to the middle. Because you listen to people, you do that, you're taking it off. That bubbling anger is not there within you.
So that's a new perspective I'm getting today.
Bubbling anger is not there in you. I think that is why it will make more people civil. It will create a level field and push more people to the middle rather than extreme side. Of course, there's a vested interest, jihadis and terrorists that do all kinds of stuff on the left and the right. That is a narrow thing. But the great mass of people are good people.
Yeah.
And they're angry. They're biased. They think that you're doing cheating. They don't understand what you're doing. They'll react. So ignore the reaction. Give every man thy ear, but none thy voice. In Hamlet, give every man thy ear, but none thy voice. Very important what Shakespeare said. And also, you must have patience. Because everybody has an opinion. If you accept the right of everybody to an opinion, you must accept that they are not going to listen to you, not going to agree with you. And the great majority will not do.
Yeah.
And many people will not agree, not because they disagree, but they want to express to them their dissent.
Yeah.
For me, dissent is important. I'm a rebel. I have to bash you up. Okay, you understand? So
Yeah.
don't reply. Take it in your stream and your followers grow. Because what do you want on Twitter? You want more and more people to read.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody abuses you and you get angry and write that fellow is laughing all the way to the bank or whatever because he's getting more followers.
Yeah, sir. I got recently very negative comment. I said I will not even open it.
Correct. Don't open it.
Don't open.
Because,
leave replying. No open.
See, if you open and read your senses, suddenly you get anger.
Yeah.
Don't even reply.
Yeah.
Don't reply.
Wrong.
Chhod do.
Yeah.
Chhod do.
Yeah.
Chhod do. Forget it. Why bother? See, it is for you to express. And that's what we need to understand. Now, many of the journalists say, oh, somebody threatened me. Somebody said they'll do this to me. Why are you replying, man? Don't see the replies.
Yeah.
Just ignore it. You got 4 million followers. Ignore it. Why do you bother? Some people whom you respect the reply, you reply. Others ignore it.
So why not in politics?
See, to be in politics, you need 5 attributes. You need a hunger for power. I don't have hunger for power. Okay?
Hunger for numbers.
No, hunger for power I don't have. I'm happy with what I have. Second, you need to have a devious mind. Devious mind because in politics, there are few posts. If you want to come up, you got to checkmate others. And many will vie for the same. They'll do all kind of things, use money, influence. So you got to checkmate them. So you not only see how do I come up in politics, how do I checkmate everybody? Okay? That I don't have. I'm not a devious fellow. I speak what I feel. Third, you should have perseverance. I got perseverance. Fourth, you got to have communication. I got good communication. And fifth, you got to love people. I have empathy. I'm an introvert. Contrary to what? Yes. I don't move with too many people. I don't go to social parties. I can't make chit chat with people. I can only talk to people with whom I have an interest, who I feel are interesting to me. So I like to sit at home. I like to read.
You can't do general social conversation.
No, I can't do. I'm not built like that. It doesn't interest me. I get bored. Even today, when I go to my classmates who may have been there and talk, after 20 minutes, I get bored. I only talk to a few people because what do I talk to them? Even in my family, sometimes they say you don't talk to us, but what do I talk? Very straight. See, if you're in politics, people will come home at 5 o'clock in the morning. They want tea. They have to listen. They'll come and ask for a job. You got to listen to them. You got to spend a lot of time. You can't do it. So I don't have the attributes to be in politics. I don't know the attributes. I know my limitations. So I don't want to be there. And for me, I want to be an influencer rather than a politician.
Yeah.
I want to be a person who can go meet people, give them a views and tell them think about it because I can analyze and give them views. And many of them respect me. They listen to me.
Yeah,
I can work on changing policy to impact everybody. So that I think is important.
I don't think so. You had a normal family time or life or to your kids or things like that. And
I never saw my boys growing up. My wife spent all the time bringing up the 2 boys and she brought them very well.
Yeah.
They've been very successful, very
they're
mature.
Brilliant boys.
And all credit goes to her, not to me. I was possibly a handicap for them when they're growing up because they saw the father at Infosys somewhere. They didn't like being compared with him, didn't like being associated with him publicly in that manner. They were reticent. They never came to see me in office. Only once when they had a children meet and all that. Even my wife came only when they were family event. Never came otherwise. My mother never came. I regret it. Should have come and seen at least a son because she's the mother. But whatever it is, lot of regrets. But it's over. So I have a principle. Yesterday is over. What I got done is tomorrow. See, Shradha is very simple. If you're past 40, you have less life to live than what you've been through. It hits you. Mortality hits you. So make the most of it. Make the most of tomorrow. Yesterday is dead. Why bother? It's over. It will not come back. Correct? Live today, live tomorrow. So, yes, there have been great sacrifices.
Yeah.
I've not seen my children grow up. I've not spent time with my father. My father was in a hospital for 2 months. I didn't spend time with him. Then he passed away. I didn't spend enough time with my mother. I've not been a good son. No, please. I've not been a good son. I've not been a good father. I've not been a good brother. I've not been a good friend to many people. I've not been a good husband. But I've been a good Indian. That's the only consolation I've got. Somewhere you sacrifice. That's the consolation I've got. I've done my bit for my country to grow, to do many things, and that I'm very happy. I did Akshay Patra. Akshay Patra, I spent 20 years, gave a lot of money because I felt deeply in the cause. I said no child should suffer for want of education because of food. Any child, all around the country. And I know the problem is so big that it take a whole life, but every day you see progress. So they feed 22, 23 lakh children. I'm no longer associated. I did all that. I gave my money, I do it. And I give money for many causes. For the last 15 years, I've been giving more money than I earn. And I earn quite a bit. I sell my assets and give it away. Many people say that I'm treating my children like orphans. But the key is like this. I have to give back because I have to give back for my conscience.
So that's
I've been
what I
lucky.
said.
I've been lucky to be born in a family where their parents who took care of you. I could have been born to a poor person on the streets. Like Manish Sabharwal says, birth is an Orient lottery. You don't choose it. You're born somewhere, you are fortunate. Somebody is not fortunate. Now I have to make sure that every child gets the facility that I do to best of my ability. Can I solve the problem? No. But can I do whatever I can? Yes. And why do I do it? For my conscience. I don't want an award. I don't want anybody telling me you've done this. Doesn't matter to me. They say nice thing, yes. They say ill thing, I get hurt, but get along. Because I have to live with my conscience every day. You understand?
Yes.
And that's very important for people to understand. All the adoration, the criticism is temporary.
I met you like 8, I don't know, 9, I don't know how many years back. And I just said that I needed help and I want to tell stories. And business-wise, logic-wise, yeah, I remember you said it is something that needs to be done. And yes, we need to tell stories. And I've met so many people like that only. They have come to you randomly. You've helped and you've not seen the maths of it. So, and that's who you are. So I would say you are an Indian, what you said, that we need role models, and you, to me and to many, and I saw that day, people keep coming to you. You are a role model.
I don't know, Shradha. See, Shradha, I have a feeling of inadequacy because I've not done many things. I've not discharged my duty to many of the people whom I owe it. But that is what it is. But it's okay. But I'm where I am. I'm happy.
But people around you, I'm sure, would learn. At least everyone will have a performance pressure to be good with numbers in your family.
No, they have performance pressures
and both your sons are extraordinary. No, they are so sharp.
They're very sharp
on you.
They've been brought up well. They have this ambition to succeed. Look, Shradha, I want to say one thing. When you become a father and you see your children growing up and grown up, the biggest achievement in life is not what you have achieved. It's not what you achieve, what you have become. It's what your children are. Because they're going to outline you. They are the future. And all you have done, everything you achieved, but the children don't do well. Your life is ruined, Shradha.
Yeah.
Your life is gone. It doesn't hit you till you get older. It hits you at a particular time when you are older, people respect you, achieve a lot, but your children, you feel are not doing well, are not stabilized their life, are not happy, or whatever it is. They got to be happy. It's not that you want them to be presidents and prime minister, run a company, but they got to be happy.
Yeah.
So they got to use their talent, God-given talent. Everybody's got talent. God has given them everything. So they got to use that. So to me, that is true happiness, and there I'm very happy.
Yeah. Because on their own, they have built such a fantastic fund.
They're very happy, and I'm happy because I think the biggest source of happiness for for parents is the children doing well.
Yeah, but as a father, you must be such a performance pressure to excel in numbers and get everything right.
But they do it on their own, and uh, they're very independent.
Yeah,
They
of course.
they talk to me when they want to talk to me, and I always say that, okay, I'm not going to interfere. You do it, and when I feel strongly, I'll talk to you, but you have to decide. See, you should never take decisions for others when they can take decisions.
Yeah.
You can be an input. Today, when I advise Baiju, I tell him very clearly that you are an input, I'm an input, you decide. But I will argue with you. I will tell you many things, but you have to decide. And if you want to not agree to what I say, give me the logic. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Huh? So that's why, see, we have to build up mature relationship. Much of it comes with age and experience and being beaten up. I've been beaten up in many areas. So it's okay. And it happens. It's okay.
What do you have to say for the city?
See, Bangalore is a very special city in India.
I have to get you started on
It's
Bangalore.
the only city where the educated middle class has the largest share. Poor people are maybe 15-20%. Educated middle class. It does not have a dominant business class culture. And it's got to do with this unique history. It was a British cantonment town. Kempegowda found it, but became a British cantonment town. It attracted people from all the neighboring states to supply to the British. The capital was in Mysore. Mysore is where the Maharaja was, all the structure was. Bangalore did not have anything. Then after independence, Pandit Nehru set up the public sector here because it's 2,000 kilometers from the border. And it attracted people from all over India who came and started working in the public sector because they got an equal opportunity. Their children grew up here. And then our politicians opened up the engineering centers for them to get education because they thought it's a way to make money and run the business themselves. So they are not doctrinaire like people in the north. Oh, Sarkar ko karna hai, ye karna hai and all. Because they say this is the way it is, right? They're more enlightened. And it grew. And then the IT industry came in the 80s, okay, with the Texas Instrument and Infosys, Wipro. And it grew and it attracted the best of people. It's got a great work culture. Out of 1.2 crore people, maybe only 40% speak Kannada, 40 lakhs speak Kannada. The rest are from outside.
Yeah.
You feel wanted here. And the Kannadigas are very good people. They're very welcoming, make you feel wanted. And this is a place where there's a huge amount of jobs. So it attracts the best minds. It's a very global city because of IT. And we pay the second highest quantum of individual income tax, third highest quantum of bank deposits, everything else, very prosperous. And Karnataka GDP this year is 320 billion. If you assume you're 60%, like people say, 180 billion. $15,000, $16,000 per head, right? And that is enormous. Very successful city. And it has not got its due because, politically we are irrelevant to the state because out of 228 seats, we got only 26 or something like that. So we're very less. So they use our money and our tax money and put it outside, buy the votes and come to power. And there's deep corruption in the state, in the political circle because they're rich. Everybody is making money. In the recent election, 383 crores or 353 crores was seized by the EC. That is only 10%, so 3,500, 4,000 crores. And if you look at all the MLAs' net worth, they're some of the highest in the country. You've seen all that, right? So corruption is there. But what to do? I think, Bangalore is a very unique city. Bangalore should succeed because Bangalore is where the future of India is. And Bangalore is the future of India because it's got an open, collegial culture. It attracts the best minds. And they work in high-tech industry, they work in industry of the future. And that, I think, is extraordinary. And we got great hospitals, we got great other places to work and all that. So, and good education. So it's good. Yes, it's becoming expensive for people and all that, but that is to be expected. But we can expand. We don't have enough infrastructure, 15 years behind. But I think people listen to you, people talk to you, a lot of things happening. So it's a good city.
So what's the most expensive thing you bought with all the money you've made? Because
What
I
is-
see you in one kurta only, maybe two. You have one
No,
more three color.
See, I don't have a taste in clothes. All the clothes I wear, everything my wife buys. The shoe only I went and bought because it was broken. I had to go to the shop. And, well, I think the most expensive, the house that we bought is in my wife's name. So she owns the house. I'm a guest in her house. I don't have a property.
Oh, you don't?
No,
in your
I mean,
name?
I don't have a property in my name. I live in my wife's house. She takes care of me and she's very kind and considerate to let me live there. You should have an innate desire for money. Nothing wrong.
Yes.
Nothing wrong.
But to sometimes have the best cars,
No.
best...
We should have an innate desire for money. There's nothing wrong. If you got a special talent, make huge amounts of money. See, I changed my views about this when I met PNC Menon. Menon told me, Mohan, God has given the ability to only a few people to be successful, make a lot of money. Don't fight that. Make a lot of money, but give it away. Now, only few people can make a lot of money, not everybody. Look around society. So you should make a lot of money. You should have greed, which is good to make money, but not at the cost of others, not illegally, not cheating others, not creating a fraud, doing it the right legitimate way, whichever way create value. Then in your lifetime, I advise you, give away your money to improve, to make society better. So many people can come like you. But whatever money you got, remember, your children should get their share. Don't give away their share. Tell them this is their share, give it to them. Your wife should get a share because she's a partner. You're together. She has worked very hard bringing up children and family. Give her so she has her own money. Tomorrow, if you're not there, she should not live on the money of others. You have because both your wife and you have jointly owned whatever you got. Okay, so she must get a share. So you must give her children a share. You must give her a share, and what your share, give it away. Don't give away children's share. See, we got to be very careful because why is a family? They're my children. They should inherit, but you decide how much and tell them how much. And I advise everybody, do it in a lifetime when you're younger. Many people keep all assets in their name. They are the patriarch, live up to 80, 85. Their sons work in the business and they don't have anything. They'll be waiting, why doesn't the guy pop up? I'll get this money. Like remember, kings and queens who live too long and the children suffer, right? They'll be praying about it, God take them away, take them away. Why do that? At the right age, when the children are grown up, they come into give them their money and tell them this is your money, teach them how to manage it. So in your lifetime, you see them doing well economically. Because if they get money too late in the older, it's no use to them. They need to buy things they want, live the life they want. They should pass it on. Yes, you must have yourself. And today we can't depend on children to take care of us because earlier we depended because we didn't have much. Today you keep everything for yourself and your husband and wife should have equal money. They should be, because they should not be at the tender care of anybody. Because the greatest thing that can hurt a parent is when your children insult you because you have no money. Because you'll think, I sacrificed so much, I've done so much for you, this is how you treat. So you should never be in the place. Never be. If you're not in the place, it can never happen. So take care of yourself, but give it to your children at the right time so you use it and they'll succeed. That's all. So you got to learn how to handle wealth easily. I'm not saying give away everything and let your children live in poverty. No. Absolutely not. No. Your children should have a comfortable life. Tell them what you want to give them well in time and let them manage it, and then you do what you want. And your spouse also. Don't sacrifice your spouse's interest. If you're a woman entrepreneur, don't sacrifice your husband's interest. If you're a man, don't sacrifice your wife's interest. Their share should be there. They should leave, because ultimately, after you leave, after you have a good, decent, see, marriage is very difficult. Two people coming together, you have fights, you are there's a lot of things happen, right? Anger, everything, because you're emotional, right? But you live together, and it's a good journey. And you must get married, because the experience of marriage is important. Life is a series of experiences. So marriage is the important part of experience. Having children is the important part of experience. Having children. So you go through all that. So you learn to adjust to each other, and that's it. And go on. Sometimes you're unhappy. Okay, you compromise. When you leave it together, you got to compromise. And there's no right, there's no wrong in life, Shradha. Nothing is ever right, nothing is ever wrong. It has some value.
Like you said, it's different shades of grey. It's no black and no white.
Black, if there's only black, it disappears. You can't see it. Only white is blinding. No, you can't see.
Yes. Abhi kya exciting hai?
To me, there are multiple things I want to do. I want to work for the startup ecosystem, support entrepreneurs, help them to the best of ability by directly interact with them into any funds. I don't run any funds now. Aryan is going in disinvestment. So I want to help them to the best of ability, because they're the future. They're going to create an innovative society where the value is, and for the first time, we are among the top 3 digital powers. We are in the midst of the digital revolution. We missed the industrial revolution. In the digital revolution, India is going to lead, and that makes me happy, and these people, so I support them personally. Second, I want to work with government to improve policies, improve funding and everything else. I want to. Third, I like building the brand for India. Anybody comes, I meet them, I present to them, I build the brand for India, I go abroad, talk to them. I do it for my country, and I do it. And next, I want to support my boys when they build their fund and all to be successful, because I have an obligation, I have a duty, I'm their father. I support them, and whenever they want anything, I do it. I interact with their companies and help them. Then I want to spend time with my 2 grandsons, and whoever comes later. I want to learn from them. I want to learn from my grandson.
You learn patience.
Huh? I
You
learned
learn
patience. The biggest thing, biggest flaw in my character was lack of patience. So I learned from them, and I want to learn them, and I want to the joy of seeing children grow up, which I never had when I saw my two boys. I didn't have that. I want to go through it, and then limit myself. I don't want to overextend. I don't want to travel. I stopped most travel. People invite me. I don't want to go. I don't want to interact with too many people. I don't want to give naan to everybody, so I don't go talk. And I want to reduce my the time I spend on it, have more time for myself.
Yeah.
Now I don't go on TV at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. I stopped for the last 2 months. You know what? I've been feeling very happy and less stressful. There's getting stress in my life. I sleep better. I'm less stressful. I've got more time for myself now. I don't do that. I see them, yeah, I'm happy. I'm learning how to overcome the instant reaction you have to things happening because you have to evolve. And I want to see everything, and that's it. What else is left? That's all. And live healthily. Invest in yourself.
Have you
exercise.
started doing that? You did that in pandemic.
In pandemic, I lost 10, 12 kgs, and I'm much better. Now I'm not exercise, but I'm doing that. I walk, I do everything. And now I had some shoulder, some wounds in my back and all that. I had to go to the doctor. But I'm going to do that, and you are take care. You should become an invalid, stay at home. You see, as you grow older, you need to have strong legs, so you got to walk. And walking is the best exercise because your whole body gets regenerated. And next, you must cut your diet, not eat too much, not build up weight. Cut your diet, cut the sugar and all that, cut many things. So once you cut that, food going inside is what makes you. And you should have enough food to sustain yourself, to be there, but not to put on bulk. Yes, you like food, you have indulgence, but restrain yourself. Self-restraint is the most important attribute you must have. Yeah. Self-restraint. And then whatever you can, help people, that's all. What else is there? So restrict yourself, become more focused. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you, Shradha. Good talking to you. And I have high expectations from you always. Huh? Because
yes,
tomorrow
sir.
should be a better day than today.
Yes.
And you must play a bigger role. So
yes.
Good to talk to you and happy to share. Always happy to share with people. Thank you.